Shalom, shalom, akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, starting with the 144,000 men of Israel, which consists of the servants, the prophets, whom have been ordained since the foundations of this earth, to sing this new song, which comes in the form of this gospel, which would be preached throughout all four corners of this earth, and rest upon the ears of the innumerable multitude, men, women, and children of Israel, who may be scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just want to get into a brief lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, pretty much talking to the times that we're coming into, man. All right? We're coming into some evil times, man. For you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans out there, all right, that, it's undenounced to you. You're still in this hallucinated state. All right, you're still confused. You're still in a position where you think life is gonna go on as it's been, all right, since generations before you. Listen, man. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is gonna reset this planet Earth. Okay, and with that reset comes the erecting of the kingdom of Israel, man, which consists of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man, ruling this planet Earth with Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai leading that charge. Okay? And just like the times of old, all right, during the time of the sons of God, all right, where evil was running rampant, all right, it was complete disorder, the Lord made a statement. Okay? He brought evil, man. He brought evil. He matched them. Okay? He matched them evil for evil. All right? And that's coined as the first death in the Bible. And there's a second one coming. All right? Pursuing the Revelations 20. And I believe it's also in Revelations, the second chapter. Okay? This is what's coming. The Lord's going to match you people. All right? On this planet Earth. He's going to match your evil, man. In the form of a intercontinental ballistic missile, man. And the thermonuclear fallout. That's how he's going to match you. And prior to that, all right, he's going to bring all manners of scourges and calamities your way. All right, in the form of teeth of wild beasts, pestilence, plague, and ultimately famine, man. Okay? And that's going to be the game changer when that famine hits, because you people have eating disorders. All right? You go online, you got these people doing, they call them mukbangs, where they eat and you can hear them chewing and swallowing, and these people are just out of their mind, man. Doing these food challenges, eating damn 30 Big Macs or 100 Krispy Kreme donuts. These people are out of their mind. Okay? These people are out of their mind, but this is the defiled, polluted society that was created by Esau. This gluttonous, covetous, all right, proud society, man, has been brought forth under Esau's watch. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. But guess what? Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai is going to make a stop to this, man. Okay? And again, he's going to match you evil for evil, man. As a matter of fact, let's stop right here before. I got this clip I'm going to play from the Beloved Brother. All right? Now, there's like 3 videos within this clip. What I'm going to do is I'm going to end up clipping it. I'm going to trim it up, and I'm going to only play that middle video. You'll notice it's a 5-minute long video, but it's going to be cut short because it's the second dude, man, that was talking. He's a representative, man, all right, of the way these people are going to be operating in the times that are coming, man. All right, you got to listen to this dude's talking point. Look in his eyes, all right, and understand that he's not joking, all right. He's being facetious, man. But he's dead serious, man, because that's the times we're coming into. Evil times, man. Matter of fact, let's stop right here. And who do you think's bringing that evil? You guessed it. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, man. And I was barely able to bring this lesson. I'm going to be late for work, but guess what? This got to come out. All right, Ezekiel 7 and verse 5, and it reads, "Thus saith the Lord, power and evil, and only evil, behold, is come." And what you're going to find out is that the evil that has come is cohesive with the end. Check it out. Ezekiel 7 and 6, "And end is come. The end is come. It watcheth for thee. Behold, it is come." And it's going to be terrible. It's going to be a terrible end. Because understand, Esau is going out with a bang, as we mentioned before. As far as that second death, all right, that consists of Esau's system being melted down, man. As a matter of fact, when you get that Revelations, let me show you. When you get that Revelations, the second chapter, bear with me. Is that Revelations? No, this is not the one I want. I want Revelations 20. Right here in verse 14, it reads, "And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death." Now, if you understand, if you have an ear, all right, then you're gonna be able to hear. And what I mean by that is if you understand, all right, because this is a dark saying here, even though it's plain upon tables, all right, and the writings on the wall. Now, Esau is likened unto death and hell, as it tells us in Habakkuk, the second chapter. Let's go get it real quick. The book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, and verse 5, man. All right, he's likened unto death and hell. All right, let's read this real quick. Yeah, also because no matter, let me start at verse 4. "Behold," Habakkuk 2 and 4, "behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him." Okay, Esau is a crooked serpent, man. All right, Esau has been created to bring forth evil. You see, why you think that sword he was blessed with, it was said that he would live by it. Okay, when you read Revelation 6 and 4, it says that he took peace from the earth. That red horse, man. All right, this is talking about Esau, man. The nigga that came out red all over in Genesis 27. Okay, look it. "Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith," man, which is the elect. The elect shall live by faith, man. The elect are going to walk by faith, not by sight. You see? Habakkuk 2 and 5, and it reads, "Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine," which goes into his philosophies. And you see, Esau's the one that's been pushing this whole white Jesus, white heavenly father, white angels, white prophets, okay? A completely whitewashed Bible, okay? Who else has done that? Nobody. All right, showing you that this is him. Okay, look, he is a proud man, right? Job 9 and 24. All right, he's covered up the faces of the judges thereof, man. All right, if not him, then who is he, right? He is a proud man. There's another buzzword for this dude. All right, he's a proud man, right? Proud to be an American, right? The strong, the proud, the Marines, however it goes. Okay, gay pride, you name it. This man is a proud creature, proudest of them all. All right, neither keepeth at home, right? This man has garrisons in damn near everybody's country. There's about 800 garrisons sprawled out all over the world. All right, that can be activated in an instant. All right, "who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death." Okay, see, "who enlargeth his desire as hell," because he's covetous. He's actually rapacious. All right, that word rapacious, when you look it up, he's aggressively greedy. All right, because as you can see, his track record consists of him going from sea to shining sea. Okay, raping, robbing, pillaging, colonizing, culture vulturing, killing for somebody else's land. Okay, for resources that weren't his. You see, look at, "and is as death," because that's what he brings. This dude is the harbinger of death. Okay, all you got to do is look at his track record. Okay, "and cannot be satisfied," right? Because again, he's rapacious. right? But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. And this is his goal in the form of this new world order, this fourth industrial revolution, where his fantasy is to have everybody chipped, okay, with a RFID microchip, bro. All right, where he's going to be able to trace and track you and control you. This is ultimately his goal, which is not going to be accomplished pursuing the biblical prophecy, man. You see, so when we go back to Revelations, the 20th chapter, all right, in the 14th verse, all right, this is talking to Evil E's system, this revived Roman Empire, man, okay, is going to be cast into the lake of fire, which consists of what? The missiles flying, man. All right, John the Revelator heard 200 million, 200 million warheads, man. All right, when you do the math, is it 200,000? Okay, he heard 200 million warheads touch this place, man. How do you think that lake of fire is going to be accomplished? You see, this is the second death. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua is going to come settle the score with the evil that's being perpetuated on this planet Earth. You see, he's going to match you people evil for evil. Check out the mindset of these people, man.
People talking about the ports, this crisis, right? People talking about the Great Depression, part 2. I feel like vulnerable homes and vulnerable people gonna get exploited. If it gets to a point where people gotta violate others, all of the weak people are done. Y'all done. I'm not even worried about no Great Depression. In fact, it might sounds fun. Sounds fun. All y'all been talking about bills? Not no more. All y'all been talking about work? Don't worry, it's coming. You'll get a lot of free time to fight for your life. Some of y'all, that 9 to 5 sounded more appealing, ain't it? Yeah, look at you. But yeah, there's a word going around that the ports are empty. What's that about? No food's coming in? You know, I always wanted to make a kidney salad. Got a couple of fat neighbors. And shout out to Hannibal Lecter. The Great Depression. Don't get me off. You're going to be greatly depressed. Me, I'm ecstatic. And I'm coming. I'm coming for you.
So you see the mindset of these people, man. All right, you see the old dude, he's being facetious, but he's being dead ass serious. And you can see it in his eye. You can see that dude done lost it, man. And these are the type of people that are within the society, man. You work side by side with. You going grocery shopping and waiting in line with. Okay? All right, you at the movies. All right, sitting 2 rows down from. Okay? This is the mindset of the society you live within. Okay? And understand that it's going to be evil that's brought forth that by these individuals, man, that are created for this vengeance, man. Because ultimately it's the Lord bringing it forth. You see? Which is going to pretty much bring forth that flood at the end of the day. All right? Because this is what Esau's done, caused, all right, within his society, man. All right, this man has pushed forth no order. All right, he's disrupted the order of households. He's put women on top of men. All right, he's created a system. All right, that's pretty much it pretty much puts the woman on the pedestal. It's a monarchy, type of society, man. You see, it deals with it puts the woman on the pedestal. You see, she's the alpha and omega, man. All right, this man allows all types of sexual immorality to go forth. All right, he's an unrighteous judge, man. All right, his whole system is corrupt. All right, and this is why you see the manifestation of this mindset of the people, man. But let's go here. But just like in the days of old, again, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is going to make a stop to it. Genesis 6 and verse 11. And it reads, the earth also was corrupt before power, and the earth was filled with violence, man. All right, and this is what we see before us. A corrupt world, man. The earth is defiled, man. The people are defiled. You see? Why? Because of Esau, right? And power looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt. For all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth, man. You see, all flesh had corrupted their way upon the earth. Now, I'm going to jump up real quick. And I'm going to get verse 5. And power, Yahweh saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart, which that word heart is the mind, right? Lab in the Hebrew, was only evil continually, man. Okay? This is what goes through these people's minds, man. You have to understand, man, and everybody outside of this arena, okay, of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, unpredictable. Capable of doing anything, man. Can't be trusted. Can't be trusted, man. Look, let's continue on in verse 13, right? And power said unto Noah, the end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth, man. Okay? And this is the first death. This is the first death. And look at the criteria of circumstances that were taking place as to why the Lord did it. All right? We're living in the same conditions times 10. So what makes you think the Lord is not going to bring forth judgment this time around? He's gonna. It's written as we read it in Revelations 20. Okay? And only the elect are going to escape it. You see? Only the elect. Those names that are written in the book, man. Okay, man, let's get a couple precepts. Let's go to Revelations, the 2nd chapter, and prove that. The book of Revelation, chapter 2, and verse 11, and it reads, and this is read letter Yahweh Shai speaking, he that hath an ear, let him hear. Right, if you can understand this, good for you, man. Watch what the Spirit saith unto the churches. He that overcometh shall not be hurt of the second death, man. He that overcometh, man. And only the elect are going to overcome. How are they going to overcome? By the blood of Yahweh Shai and the testimony in which they hold. Pursuant to Revelations 12, man. As a matter of fact, let's go get that. Going straight to the point. The book of Revelations 12 and 11. And it reads, and they overcame him. Who? Esau, Edom, and his system, his mark, his image. Okay? By the blood of the Lamb. First and foremost, you see? So by the blood of Yahweh Shai and by the word of their testimony, man. All right, showing you that this gospel is critical, having the proper doctrine, right? By the word of their testimony, right? They're those faithful witnesses. And they love not their lives unto the death, man. Why? Because they followed Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai whithersoever he went. Revelations 14. You see? And when you go here, hey, these are the elect, their names are written in the book of life, man. Let me go here. We'll close out right here. Excuse me, Salakia. We'll close out right here. Excuse me. This is the book of Revelations. Oh, Salakia, where am I going here? God damn. This is the book of Revelations. Back in Revelations 20, I wanted to read down to verse 15. Let's read 14 again. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire, which we know that represents Esau, his system, right? This revival Western Roman Empire, right? In the form of this Western hegemony, like Babylon the Great, right? This is the second death, man. Okay? And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire, man. And the only ones written in the book of life are those of the elect. You see, they're the only ones that are going to escape. They're the only ones that are going to have divine intervention covering them. All right? Leading up to these missiles flying to the point of them touching down. The elect are going to escape. You see? The melting pot of this destruction is going to be over here in the West, man. But better believe it's going to be global. All right? We'll leave you with this. The book of Isaiah, chapter 13, and verse 11. And it reads, and I will punish the world for their evil, man. You see? Evil brings forth that judgment, man. Because what the scripture says, the wages of sin is death, man. All right, and sin is transgression of the law. All right, and we know ultimately the laws were given to the Israelites. But at the end of the day, when we go into the kingdom, what scripture say, all knees shall bow and all tongues shall confess. All right, this world is going to be ran under righteousness, man. It's going to be ran under the scripture, under the laws, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures. That's what's going to bring forth this paradise. You see, when you read Isaiah 24, it says what as far as the inhabitants? They what? They made void. Let me go get this real quick. They made void Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai's law, man. They changed the ordinances, broken the everlasting covenant. Let's get it real quick. The book of Isaiah, chapter 24, and verse 5, and it reads, the earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof. We know, again, the earth is under the watch of Esau right now, man. You see, the earth has been given into the hands of the wicked. Right? Esau is the end of the world. Right? Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. Right? Look, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant, man. All right? And there's a covenant that the Lord made with the earth. All right? This is a certain way this earth is supposed to be being ran. Okay? There's supposed to be land Sabbaths. All right? It's supposed to operate under a certain vibration, man, in efforts for the earth to grant you access to her fruits. Okay, but Esau does complete contrary, man. This is why he's not getting the strength of the planet, because ultimately he's a curse. That's a token of him being that cursed people. The curse of the Lord is in the house of the wicked, man. All right, let's close out here. Isaiah 13 and 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and I will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. How is he going to do that? Via the second death. Okay, when the missiles fly, man. Repent, Jake. The kingdom of heaven is at hand. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwath will edify. Shalom.